Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy. And I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to talk about how we are mechanical, but we are not machines. We still have this primal instinct inside of us. We still have this code. We still have this code that's running us in the background. And that is the code of our genes, our mind neurons, how they wire together, and an important aspect of flow state, blood flow. Okay, blood flow. Because if the blood doesn't flow throughout the body, trapped energy. Right? Trapped energy means what? Many traumas that latch on. Some people believe in curses, right? Someone curses you and entity latches on to someone. Very interesting, guys. I've been really going deep. This one, slowly, I guess the channel is going to be way more deep and philosophical. Just these thought experiments, I guess, that I'm going to take on, because I'm starting to see something that's really unique and very different. Okay. First and foremost, I just want to give a shout out to my book, okay, TPM, Theatrical Plasticity Method. Click the link in the description if you haven't gotten it yet, and check it out, because it really talks about the idea how we are all actors. We're all actors. We are all actors in this grand scheme of things. The grand scheme is this play of life, okay? And we've got to open the curtains and understand that there is an audience out there for us, okay? There is an audience out there for us. So when you make what you do intentional and have an audience in mind, it gives you more of an edge. It gives you more of a winning streak. It puts you more in the flow state rather than just speaking for the sake of speaking. Right? So, how do I tap into this energy? I imagine the greatest people that I look up to, the leaders, the trendsetters, the role models, are all there looking at me as I'm speaking to this camera right now. That's what's giving me that vitality. That's what's giving me that energy. It's basically, they are allowing me, they're giving me the permission slips to be able to step into these versions of myself, these different characters that I can pinpoint and access. We also have to know when to stop playing the character and start emanating the truth that comes from within, the core self. But yeah, that's a really deep book. Try and understand it from the way that you can. Hold on one second. Okay. So, we don't want to become machines, okay? We think that, AI, technology, it's all going to take over the world. Look, we are going to be the AI. You guys don't understand this. We are going to be bionic first. Human beings are going to be bionic first, right? With the Neuralink and everything. We are the ones that are trying to get towards this perfection. Right? We're trying to attain and we're trying to get towards it. Taking away from the fact that we are a part of nature, and nature is imperfectly perfect, right? Like a tree's branches are kind of not really that symmetrical, but there's still beauty in it. Right? So I think we've got to allow nature to be our teacher in this reset, in this humanity's reset. Okay? It's really important for us to start to learn what these patterns are. But this is something that I've been really looking into, guys. So, Bucky Fuller, Wilhelm Reich, Frank Chester, Walter Russell, Nikola Tesla, Victor Schauberger, Edlin Skinner, and Royal Rife, okay? They're going to ultimately help us to step into a new paradigm. This is what I believe. I 100% believe this, okay? And Einstein even kind of trickled at this before, but the fact that frequency is the future of medicine. right? Like, understand how important sound is going to be. Like, people get into arguments based on the sound. It's all a vibe, it's all a sound. And you know these like dystopian movies where they show us we're all becoming a part of like some kind of emotionless society? Well, that's because emotions help us to manifest. Right? When we need to visualize, we need to feel our visualizations, otherwise we're not going to get it. Because there's still a distance that's being created from it. So emotions, our heart, our right side of the brain, the unknown, from that space, we have to not think logically about our feelings, but feel our feelings of what we want and what we desire. But not feel this longingness and a split away from it, but to actually internalize it and feel it within. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people think that, oh man, I want love, and it's still I want, I'm seeking. Instead of I am love, I am love, I am love, I embody love, I got it, it's already here, it's already mine. Okay? So it's different to become artificial. I think we are art official, okay? Officially art. We are artwork. Human beings are artwork. You've got to understand this. And whoever was the designer of this thing is an absolute artist. We know this. Because art isn't perfect either, right? It's a process. It's a creative process. And through the creative process, that's where the evolution and the growth happens and the learning happens. So this is basically a learning simulation. It's different to become artificial and fake and try to be somebody we're not and try to like emulate something, which is taking away from our core nature. And that's artificial. Preservatives, additives, adding much more stuff on me, right, to try to appear like somebody. But then there's this idea of like human beings work in a system, right? And nature works in the system. Like bees just cluster together. Wolves travel in packs. Then you have the lone wolf as well. If we're learning about science and biology and these things, we're learning about nature, right? We're learning about the way things are and the way things have worked and evolutionary psychology and things like that, right? So we're learning about history through nature, and of course the times are changing, My teacher used to say, history, where's the future in that? He's right. But then we also have the saying, history does repeat itself, okay? So we're actually going through the dark ages right now, I believe, and there's going to be light. I don't want to say light, because we are light. But there's going to be a new purging. There's going to be a purging process, and it's already happening, guys, okay? This purging process of just letting go of all the old, all the nonsense that we fill our bodies and our minds with that just takes away from our truth and our importance. And one is on code with nature to learn about the system and the structure. We are mechanical, right? It helps me to think like I'm a robot when I'm working out, because then I can really focus on the form and the movements and the fulcrum action and the physics of my movements and really getting to understand my alignments. And in the word lineage, it has the word line in it. So there's a line that is connected to your lineage, which is bringing you to this now. So you are in charge of the line. You were in front of the line, right? And if you look back, you'll notice that there's people behind you in that line, in that lineage. So you're the one who has the ultimate control with your lineage to not be a self-defeating, person who's stuck in the rat race and, working on autopilot and never feels and follows the collective consciousness a little bit and just kind of goes with it and allows life to happen to them, and is kind of emotionally emotionless, and civilization becomes their new religion, and shopping becomes their new religion, and all this kind of stuff, right? But instead of losing ourselves in a crowd, why not love the integration with the crowd? Instead of loving to pretend that we're busy and crafting our self-image on what we want others to see, why not actually co-create with others for our self-image, right? Because we're going back and forth and people are mirrors to us, so why not have extra mirrors around you? Create a tribe, create a community. More mirrors around you means more reflection. More reflection means more opportunities as the creator, the editor, the machine, the actor, the dramaturg of your life. Right? You are the actor, you are the one with a set design, you are the one who's working backstage. You are all of them. You are all of them. This is your creation. This is your movie. This is your life. Okay? So, hold on one second. I'm going to take this. Hello? Hello? আচ্ছা একটু উপরে আসতে পারবেন 10 ফ্লোর একটু সিকিউরিটিকে বলে দিন Thank you. Alright. So guys, I'm wrapping up here. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. You know, this was just some deep rambling, some thoughts. We're mechanical, as Bruce Lee says, you know. We're mechanical, but we also have the instinct. So it's all together. Yeah, clearly there's some food here for me. I gotta get going, but have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. I'll see you next time.